being there and supporting the Bulldogs. Why not go with it?
Well, I thought I'd show you how easy it isn't to do. Just checking the pipe on the other side. See how far I can go before I've got to jack it again. Now for the difficult bit. So we'll put a bit more oil on this. And we're going to go pretty much straight across from here, I think. This should be the last movement. There's two bits of tube at the front here, two short pieces. The front's easier to lift up in as much as I can pick the front up from one corner and it will pick up both sides of it. The back, if I pick it up from one corner, it just leans over one way. So what I've got to do with the back is I've got to get on the centre whether I like it or not. See how much easier this front moves? I don't want to push it too far back, otherwise I won't be able to get it back in there and I won't be able to get it out. And that looks like it's a new residential address. So now all I've got to do is get everything out from underneath it, and then I can start levelling it. I've decided that what I'm going to do for the next few days is I'll leave it sitting on the 90mm SHS. On two pieces, I'm going to pull a long piece out. There's two short pieces. It's just me. You can't. How do I get both hands in the shot? There we go. I'm going to get put the two short pieces, one at the front, one at the back. I've got to do an oil change on it somewhere along the line, and it'll be much easier to do the oil change if I can get trays underneath it easily. I suspect it holds probably about 80 or 100 litres oil, and when I put my hand in the sump, it's just yuck. So what I'll do is I'll jack it up and we'll we'll move the SHS round, and you can and then we'll work out what I'm going to do from there. Actually, we'll bring you in a bit closer because I'll show you something. There's a little cutout in the frame underneath where you can get the wheel of the trolley jack in, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm going in there where that cutout is. What that lets me do is I can get up in the corner of the frame here and I can jack like that, and I can pull that out, and I can push that one across, and then I can let that one down. Now I'll go around and do the same at the back. So now that this is here, what I really need to do is have the mill here, and there's a bench there that I need to move, and the lathe needs to be back to back with the mill. Yeah, that all makes good sense, and it sounds like no hard work at all. Can't say I'm particularly booming with enthusiasm at the moment, but I'm glad that I've got a lot of stuff on wheels. So what I'll do is basically I'm reversing the shot. instead of having my lathe and my mill up over on that side, all the machining will be on that, or machine that side, welding and fabrication on this side. What it'll be is it'll be machining on this side, and then welding, fabrication, and everything else will live up on that side. And what that also does is the doorway area, this area in here, which is the door, there's a roller door right here in front of me where I'm facing at the moment. I wheel stuff in and out of here all the time when I'm fabricating and welding. So in some ways it actually makes a lot more sense, and with the advantage of hindsight I probably would have laid the workshop out like that originally. But so I don't think I'm the only one who's ever reorganised the workshop. I just need to make sure that I've got enough room between the shaper and the mill to work, and then I will stand here in the way. So enough room between the shaper and the mill to work, and then what I'll have to do is I'll have to get the lathe in there. Getting the lathe in there is probably going to be the most difficult part of the whole operation actually, because the lathe moves nicely when it's on my engine crane, because I can actually sit it on the legs of the crane and I just push it round into position. I'll be able to get into position all right, but then the problem I've got is getting it off and getting the crane out afterwards. But that'll actually do something else too. What it'll do is the tailstock will be down towards the wall. So with the tailstock towards the wall, what it means is that if I want to run something long through the headstock, I've got unlimited clearance, or unlimited, I've got the length of the shed that I can run stuff across the shed with. The other advantage it gives me is that apart from the fact that I can run stuff out across the workshop, most of the work you need to do on the lathe is on the headstock end. If you're changing gears or you're doing maintenance, the only thing that I need to do is coolant. That's down the other end, that is. At the tailstock end is the coolant, and that will be positioned. That'll be positioned clear off the end of the mill. So move the table up, get in there, pull the coolant tank out, because the idiots design the machine, and yes, that is a deliberate choice of word, idiots, design the machine so that the coolant tank comes out the back of the lathe, not the front. So if you put it up against the wall to change the coolant, you've got to pull the lathe out. Yeah. So it's not really space efficient. The lathe is really good if it's sitting in the middle of the workshop. It's okay, but you can't put two lathes back to back. Yeah. But with the lathe and the mill, it actually works okay, because what happens is you've got the headstock foot at this end, you've got the tailstock foot at that end, and the mill can sit in between it. And the foot on the mill is narrow enough that you can still get in underneath to clean stuff out. That gets in underneath the bottom of the lathe, in between the two pedestals that it stands on. Okay, we'll do some more moving.